So I went south 280 kilometers south, different climate zone, to the south coast of Ireland, which is the sunny southeast. It's as hot as, it's the same latitude as Cambridge, almost London. Atlantic climate, maritime, Gulf Stream, glacial soils. So you've got the fertility, you've got the humidity, and you've got the sun. It's the best place to grow barley. It's the only reason I'm there. I'm there for the barley, because this all hinges on the very, very, very simple point that barley produces the most flavor complex spirit in the world because of the 2,000 flavor compounds in it. Now, you know, call me old-fashioned, but as a wine guy, you know, you got all that flavor, let it out. Don't play with it, let it out. And so this is what Waterford is. It's about liberating those flavors, not masking them, not painting them up, not sort of commercial processes, but au naturel, let it, here it is. It's all there, let it out. We've got 35 each year growing barley on these different farms, and with different microclimates, different soils, different topography. It produces different results. It's not rocket science, you know. It's and so you know, with single farms, we can show you exactly the precision of place. But the actual goal is to bring them together, to bring those individual terroir-derived flavors together to create a cuvée, another wine concept. Yeah. The great champagnes are made as cuvées. The great Bordeaux's, Latour, Lafite, are made as cuvées, where the whole is even greater than the sum of the parts. Wood is really important, but, and you know, it's important to stress this, the industry talks about, in a very facile, disingenuous way, that 70% of a whiskey's flavor comes from the wood. No, it doesn't. That's complete and utter nonsense. The flavor comes from the barley. That's where it comes from, 2,000 flavors. It's in the barley grain, it's in the new spirit, and it's in the mature spirit. We know this, it's a fact. That's where the flavor is. Now, the barrel, as a container, does a clever thing. It allows the air to micro-oxygenate through the wood those flavor compounds. That's the magic. Now, yes, it will extract some of the flavor from the wood, a little bit, but that's minimal. It's 5%, you know, it's nothing. So the quality of the wood and how you curate, how you manage your wood is terribly important. There are no shortcuts. In my case, it's a mixture of American oak and French oak. American gives you the vanilla-y creme brulee flavors, and the French oak gives you a more sophisticated, spicy, wider range of flavors. But they're different woods, and they have to be used in a different way. Very simply, American oak staves of the barrel are around about 15 millimeters thick, whereas French ones are double that. So you've got twice as much oak. So you've got to know what you're doing. So the secret to good wood is buying the barrels, making sure you rotate them continually, and knowing how to integrate the flavors. I learned all this in the wine world. How to integrate the flavor, not dominate, but how to integrate. I'm spending 8 million euros on barrels precisely so that you don't taste them. I mean, if you want to taste oak, go and lick a tree. It's much cheaper, you know? So everything I have to do and say, I have to be able to prove. So if I say that this is one terroir and that's another one, how do you know? I mean, and that's, you know, just because the industry tells you? No, so I have to prove it, which is why we do this, a terroir code. So I can prove we have the terroir, You can see it. You can the analysis, all the technical data, 15 pages of supporting blockchain technical data. So if I say that we ferment for the longest in the whole spirits industry, what's that mean? Well, 8 days. 8 days. It's all here. A malolactic fermentation, the only whiskey to have a malolactic fermentation. It's here. The wood types, the barrels. We talked about good wood. Well, you want to see what good wood is. Every single barrel, where it came from, who grew it, how it was coopered, is all here. You want to hear the farmer? He does exist. You want to hear the sound of his farm. Now, I mean, it's quite fun to sit there with a dram and then listen to the sound of where that barley grew. I mean, it's very, very evocative, but it also reconnects, reaffirms the fact that this is an agricultural produce. It says it on the label, produce of Ireland, not product, that's manufactured. Yeah. This is agriculture, it always was, and it always will be with Waterford. So anything to remind people that it's only yeast, barley and water, that's all that whiskey ever was, that's all it is here, nothing else. No additives, no colorings, no flavorings, no enzymes, no oat chips, nothing. Yeast, barley, water.